Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Dragonfall Shadowrun. We're about to do a couple different endings. I saved immediately before this. Wait, walk away. I'm gonna take a look. I also found out what the beeping sound from background stuff was. It wasn't Facebook. I had left Roll20 operational from my Princes of the Apocalypse game earlier. Um, and somebody was testing out some spell things. So again, 10:49:47 is the. I'm going to save again. It's not 10:49 according to my clock. Huh. Oh, because that's counting down. It is 10:51. Okay, so. Okay. Let's go ahead and save. I know you notice you can tell you what day of the month and what month I'm doing this on. So here we go. Lower the astral entity containment cell in here. Walk away. We're going to give her control first. And then we're going to load and see what else that happens. The Gaunt woman stares wide-eyed as you approach. She presses one hand to the wall of her glass prison, closes her eyes, and mouths one word, "Please." The console next to the containment cell appears to control a variety of functions related to the cell's operation, including its life support system. Next to it is a small intercom button. Activate the intercom to speak to Feuerschwing. A green light activates inside the containment cell, and the Gaunt woman flinches up at it, startled. "Close now, so close. The dwarf has done what has been done. The longest flight nears its end. She is so close, so very close now." She stops suddenly, her eyes taking in the devices surrounding and invading the dragon's body, the tubes of viscous yellow liquid running into it, the monitors flashing their status. Recognition and horror explode onto her face, and she screams a long, mournful wail. "Vauclair! No! No! Defiled! I am defiled!" Her face contorts in a mask of fury, and her mouth opens wide, wider than should be possible. Her neck cranes forward, and her head swings from side to side as she hisses her rage. She slathers her spittle, hitting the glass between you as she speaks. "Despoiler! Pissant! Vermin! Pig dog! He dares touch my sacred me! Shall rend him, flay him, burn him, burn him! Ash! Nothing left but ash!" She stands there, pausing for a moment, spent. Then her eyes narrow, focus, ice over. "It will be slow, Vauclair. I will make it slow, delicious." Vauclair is dead, Feuerschwing. The Gaunt woman breathes a ragged breath, releases it slowly. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. "Will you release me now, dwarf? Make me whole again, whole?" "Maybe, but you need to answer some questions first." "You dare?" "No, no, ask. Ask your questions, little dwarf, so I may escape this cage. The long sleep awaits. The long flight will end." "Why did you do it? Why did you kill all those people?" The Gaunt woman covers her mouth with her hand, a look of horror in her eyes. "You did do it, right? You burned thousands of people to death." She glares at you over her hand, nods her head. "Yes, burned, burned, and burned, and burned, yes. All so cold, I woke to the cold, to the grey. Where is the green, dwarf? Where is the green?" "What is it? What is the green?" The mother, lost. What have they done, little dwarf? What have they done?" How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? I swear it. Feuerschwing will swear it." "How do I know you'll keep your promise?" She searches the ground for an answer, finds nothing there. "You must trust." "Then swear." "Swear, yes, swear. Swear to hurt no man, no beast, nor tree, nor crop, nor building. Feuerschwing will fly to the long sleep until the next age of the world. For the forever task, the shelter, the shield, the shepherd." "The forever task?" "Sacred, it is sacred, the forever task. Now let me go or end me, but release me, release." The Gaunt woman begins pacing her cell up and back and up and back. Forever task is to protect something, something important, something sacred. The Gaunt woman stops her pacing, and her eyes slowly rise to meet yours, lucid, unblurred by time or torture or separation from her body. When she speaks, her voice is flat. "I am the shelter, I am the shield, I am the shepherd, and I have failed the green." So the forever task is to protect the green. What is the green, Feuerschwing? The dragon in the woman sways a little, swallows hard. The sacred she, the Gaia she, the desecrated body. I smelled it first, long ago, on my first flight after I awoke. The stink of it choked me and I retched. Then I saw it. For as far as my eyes could see, far, far to the horizon, human stone and metal, glass and flickering lights, sprawled across the land, slicing into the sky, lording over the green, smothering the whole of the world. Yes, gone, all gone. The cold has won. The world is metal. Feuerschwing is lost. Don't give up hope, Feuerschwing. Dragons do not hope, little dwarf. That gift is for you alone. She wraps her arms around herself, quietly shivering. Lost. Feuerschwing is lost. There will be no long slumber. The world is dead now. Feuerschwing is dead. Will you finish it, little dwarf? Will you end Feuerschwing? Engage it and kill her. Disable. Nope. Not going to do that. No, Feuerschwing. A forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. I have been ripped from my body, little dwarf, imprisoned in this girl, imprisoned in this cage, tortured longer than the span of your entire lifetime, and I have been defiled. The green is defiled. Spoiled. There is no forever for me. Forever is dead. I do not want to sleep the long sleep. I want oblivion. End me, little dwarf. The green needs you, Feuerschwing. You are her shelter and her shield, her shepherd. Don't abandon her. I cannot abandon what exists. The green is gone. The cold is won. No, the cold hasn't won. Don't forget the elves. They still tend the green. Her brow furrows and her head of stringy hair inclined. The elves? Yes. Look at Tir Nanog, Tir Tangar. Elven cities devoted to the green, to keeping it safe. They would build walls around it, as before. The green still lives, Feuerschwing. It lives? You know it's true. You are Feuerschwing. While you live, the green will live. The Gotwoman pulls herself to her full height, speaks as if to herself. While the green still lives, the task remains until the last world ends. The vessel holding the dragon lifts her face to the sky, to a sky she cannot see. Perhaps it is not too late. Sleep, sleep would bring healing, my nest. Her fragile form trembles, but she steadies herself. When she speaks again, her voice is calm, at peace. If you release me, little dwarf, I will sleep the long sleep. I will begin again in the next age of the world. Sleep well, Feuerschwing, and goodbye. The gaunt woman drops to her knees, her face reflecting a series of emotions: surprise, relief, appreciation, and finally peace. Then the light exits her eyes, and she falls to the floor of their tiny cell, her body limp and lifeless. For a long moment, nothing happens. Then, without warning, the entire chamber fills with a burning light. You can see nothing, all goes eerily quiet, but yet somewhere, just at the edge of your hearing, you think you could recognize the faint whispering of voices. They sound sad and far away. Just as you think you might discern the voices, there is a massive crash, and the entire chamber starts to shake. Disoriented, you stagger for several moments, still blinded and trying to recover. You steady yourself, and your senses return in time to see the faint form of the dragon disappearing in the distance. Then Feuerschwing is gone. My head tells me that we released a dragon, but I can't help feeling we did the right thing. I'm surprised to hear you say that. The Firewing wasn't just any dragon. Oops, wrong voice. I am surprised to hear you say that. The Firewing was not just any dragon. She was a great dragon, Dietrich. An insane great dragon. Lord knows what she's going to do now. It'll be fine. My gut tells me she's going to disappear, find a nice cozy place to sleep off this age of the world, and try again next time. Let's hope your gut is right. She turns to you. There's nothing more for us here. Let's go back home. Okay, operations terminal. We gotta open up the exit. Unlock the chamber's exit door. Action completed. Auxiliary door unlocked. Set the facility to self-destruct. This process will lock down all further terminal access. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Yes. You punch the button, the alarm klaxons blare, and an ominous rumbling sound fills the air and walls start to shake. That settles that! Come on, boss, let's get the hell out of here. Right behind you. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's the jack-in point. This will return you to the cruise bazaar. Continue. You step out of the van, climbing down into the tunnel leading back to your safe house. Just hours ago, you saved Berlin from fire and ash, from the would-be sacrifice of Dr. Adrian Vauclair. It feels strange now, returning in secret, in silence. In silence, the other residents of the cruise bazaar go about their business, unaware of what almost happened here tonight. It's finally over. Your team, your Kias, are safe once more. This is actually a fairly satisfying ending. I do not like the potential for the Apex ending. It's probably going to be horrible. Her task was to protect the world. And she felt she'd failed. She wanted to die until I talked her out of it. The team is waiting when you walk in. Their faces are haggard, their shoulders are slumped. Was there a point to all this, whatevs? We lost Paul, lost Monica, the cruise bazaar, so many people dead. It was just supposed to be a simple job, remember? A milk run. Get into the estate, snatch some data, get home in time for worm talk on the Trid. I think we've had enough worm talk for one lifetime. You got that right. If I never have to talk to another dragon again, it'll be too soon. The whole thing has been a nightmare from the beginning. The idea of dragons taking over the world, the thought of them slowly hoarding everything, is too big to think about. We're street level. We run the shadows, that's it. Worrying about these sorts of issues is beyond our pay grade. That's what they want. That's what they need. The corps, the dragons, the politicians, everyone. They want us to think we can't make a difference. They put effort, a lot of effort, into making us feel small and insignificant. But we're not. We had the power in our hands today. We had a choice and we made it. Because of that, the world is different. For good or for ill. That's right, for good or for ill. We can't see the future. I don't think anyone can. But the world is different now and we're the ones who changed it. Ooh. Don't win in this business. You survive. That's all a runner can hope for, all you can expect. You watch the team take this in, Iger nodding her agreement, Glory staring ahead, lost in thought, Dietrich frowning, eyeing the floor. Finally, Iger breaks the silence. So now what? Monica's gone? Paul's gone. Do we keep running together, or is this the end of the road? Glory steps forward, her expression is troubled. I'm afraid that I'm out, for a while at least. I have some personal business to attend to. There's a man I need to find, a vicious, repulsive monster who needs to be brought to justice. But Evs knows what I'm talking about. I might be gone for a long time. For the time being, you should write me off. Maybe find someone to fill my shoes. But this place is my home, and you people are my family. I promise you, when the job is done, I'll come back to the cruise bazaar. I hope that you'll still have me. If you need anything, you know where to come. Understood. See you around. I'll miss you, love. Be safe. Turns to you. Well, I'm in. I'm getting kind of old for a Shadowrunner, but I'd rather die in the shadows with you people than live. I don't know. I thought I had something going there. Whatever. The point is I'm in. Iger turns to you. So, whatevs? You going to stick around the cruise bazaar and keep running the shadows with me? You've done a hell of a job. I'd be happy to follow your lead. Depends. Are we done with that fearless leader crap? Here we go. All done, whatevs. Like I said, you lead, I follow. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his street rats over before you got here. Said he wants to talk to you about something. Thanks. I'm going to see what's going on in the cruise bazaar. I'll stop by the coffee shop on my way. Whee! I have 4 karma. But Evs, I'll admit it, you did a hell of a good job back there. I couldn't have done better myself. You'd have done fine, but it was my job to lead the team, so I did it. That's the right attitude. Anyway, I'm doing the wrong voice. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to the next run. Just do me a favor. Make sure that the client is properly vetted, and for the love of God, verify that the job has nothing to do with dragons. Done and done. Good woman. Until next time. Well, boss, we went up against a dragon and lived, sort of. He pulls a flask from his jacket and raises it in salute. I guess that's a win in my book. Couldn't have put it better myself. So, any big plans looming on the horizon? New clients you're thinking of going after, maybe? We'll worry about that tomorrow. Tonight we celebrate. You're right, boss. Of course you're right. Oh, and whatevs. I meant what I said earlier. From this point on, wherever this team goes, I'll follow. I wouldn't have it any other way. Still have to meet with Altug. Glory looks up from her preparations at the sound of your approach. She offers you a slight smile. Whatevs? You got us through the night alive. Well done. You're running off to find Harrow, I take it? That's right. He's already got enough of a head start on me. Wherever he's gone to, it'll only get worse the longer I wait. So I'm heading out after him, and I'm leaving tonight. I'll keep a seat warm in the safe house for you. Do you know when you'll be back? I can't just leave. At this point, I'm community leader. Tracking Harrow isn't going to be easy. He could still be somewhere in Germany, but it's just as likely that he hopped a flight or booked passage on a container ship. If he did either of those things, he could literally be anywhere. Maybe I'll find him tomorrow. Stranger things have happened, but it's more likely it'll take months, maybe even years. I could look through Amsel's old contact list if you want. It's a long shot, but maybe one of them could point you in the right direction. See what you can find. You know my comlink number. Well, I guess this is it for a while then. It is, but only for a while. Whatevs? Your friendship means a lot to me. This team means a lot to me. I wouldn't be leaving if I didn't have to. I fully intend to come back. I'd like that. I'd be willing to bet that we all would. I know. I'll be back as soon as the job's done, whatevs. That's a promise. When you get back, you'll have to tell me about it over drinks. I'll buy. Something else to look forward to. And thank you, whatevs, for everything. Okay. Let's look and see what's in here. No unread messages. Let's look at the Shadowland stuff. Do I have anything for sale? I do not. There's nothing on the Shadowland. Nobody talking about a, wait. Is there nothing on the Shadowland because the Apex is killing everybody? I hope that's not so. That would be bad. That would be really bad if the first time I step into the Matrix from here on out, I get killed by Apex. Or worse, eaten and kind of replaced. Okay. There's Mallet. Let's look around and... the Whatever Civic Center. Simi's still not there. I heard rumors that Simi survives, but I'm not seeing any evidence of it. This doesn't look like there's anything new here. There's a lot of this in Shadowrun where characters end up saving the world. Or to be more precise, maintaining the status quo. And the world doesn't know about it. I digress. There's a lot of that in the Shadowrun fiction. You can't even buy anything from anybody. There's not a lot of it in Shadowrun, in the Shadowrun games so much. A little bit here and there, like when you do the Universal Brotherhood stuff, you kind of stop the Universal Brotherhood from doing things. Why did I just do this? Train car is empty except for the man in the immaculately tailored Italian suit. You notice him watching you for several minutes while the train rumbles its way towards Bradenburg Tor. Finally, he speaks. The stranger's words come out slowly, a deep, melodious tone that is easy to hear, despite the noise of the train. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. Hello. I assume that the business with Dr. Vauclair is concluded, yes? I am Vauclair? Never heard of him. Yes, of course. In your line of work, discretion is required. That is good. The man inclines his head slightly in introduction. Hans Brockhaus. I represent an interested party. Someone who wishes to know about your encounter with Dr. Vauclair. And how do you know about that? Does this interested party understand that information is a commodity? My employer also wishes to hear about the Lady Feuerschwing. Fascinating creature, so unlike her brothers and sisters. It is a relief. She is now free. Dragons are not meant for captivity. The Lady Feuerschwing, least of all. She was special in this world. I am sure you would agree. I don't know. Dragons are dangerous. This is undeniable, and as it should be. The great dragons are very old and very powerful and very, very cunning. A cunning unknowable to you. You look at a moth and barely perceive sentience. You glance its way amused as it flutters towards a bright light in vain attempt to... what? To enter? To draw strength? To burn? It doesn't know. Its epic struggle is barely 1/100th of your lifespan. The sum total of its existence is nothing against the vast scale of your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, which it could not fathom in 1,000,000 years. Poor moth. You will live and die between the beats of a dragon's heart, mind you. What hope do you have of understanding it? None. Feuerschwing, masked thousands, and a stranger on a train calls her fascinating. Obviously, this is all beyond my comprehension. Do not choose ignorant Shadowrunner. It does not become you, nor does sarcasm. The Lady Feuerschwing was fascinating because she was different. My Lady Feuerschwing was a nurturer, caregiver, aware among her kind. Where her brothers and sisters saw the world as a prize to be worn, she saw it as a garden to be tended. Can you imagine? For world upon world, great dragon Feuerschwing brought wisdom and succor to countless souls, and she was loved for it, exalted, a goddess. When she awoke from her long slumber in 2012, it saw what the world had become, what meta-humanity had done to the god she had tended for great ages. She struck with the rage, regret, frustration, and anguish of a mother whose children had played with fire and burned the house down, killing themselves in the blaze. She unleashed fire and death through her tears, and now she is free again and insane. The perfect addition to the sixth world. Thanks for the lecture, Professor. Now, who are you? Representative of a potential client, a very influential client, one who pays extraordinarily well. And he is someone who demands a modicum of respect. Now listen. Man removes his hands from his knees, folds them in his lap. I told you of all this so that you might have context, perspective. Before I ask you this next question, Shadowrun, if Dr. Vauclair's weapon had not required dragonfire, if it had been capable of destroying every dragon on Earth without touching a hair on meta-humanity's head, would you have used it? No. Wiping out an entire species is wrong. Monochromatic thinking, but I appreciate a career criminal's attempt at morality. Of course, you feel that wiping out a species is wrong. The feeling is a subtle but ingrained defense mechanism that should be cherished. One day it may be meta-humanity poised for extermination. Well, on to the business at hand. My employers wishes to secure your team's services for a series of operations that will likely require the remainder of 2054. I don't know. After Green Winters, I need to have a better idea of who I'm working for these days. Of course, you have dealt with several Fel's Flag contracts as well recently. It is an awful thing to be manipulated, I am sure. There will be no secrets between us. Your employer will be the Great Dragon Loftware. He is sometimes referred to as the Golden Weir. Perhaps you have heard of him? What makes you think I'm going to deal with the dragon? Because you have already been working for him for some time now, mind you. Or did you think Green Winters found the Harfeld Manor on his own? Well, that puts a new spin on things, doesn't it? The screech rattle of a wheel on track gives way to a shimming speech. Gradually, the train begins to slow. Ah, this is my stop. Coming? Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop too. The train comes to a halt, the doors open. Rockhaus stands, brushes off his Italian suit, and exits without another word. As you turn to follow, your eye catches an advertisement for Worm Talk above the subway car. Rockhaus glances back at you from the platform, the light from the car reflecting yellow in his gaze. You step out of the subway car and follow him up the stairs into the Berlinite, into the shadows. Okay, I forgot to talk to Altu. Berlin Newsfax contains just one report of a large-scale explosion in the countryside east of Berlin. An abandoned castle is reported consumed in a massive fireball that shakes the countryside and leaves a crater 60 feet deep. A natural gas leak is suspected, and the location is soon cordoned off by unidentified corporate forces. The news is eclipsed when Sader Krupp announces acquisition of Orion Space, the last remaining arm of the European space program. The Flux State's anarchist rule remains until 2055, when joint corporate forces, acting with the support of the German government, invade the city. It's widely known that the Great Dragon Loftware is responsible for orchestrating this action. After weeks of fighting, the surviving anarchists are forced to retreat to the eastern part of the city. Truce is signed in 2060, and Berlin is again divided by a wall. The Great Dragon Dunkelzahn is elected President of the United Canadian and American States in 2057. He is promptly assassinated as he leaves an inauguration party at the Watergate Hotel while in human form. Popular opinion is another Great Dragon is responsible, as only a dragon can kill a dragon, but those in the shadows hint that an act of powerful blood magic is the cause. Grainy photographs of a large winged creature crossing a full moon above the Harz Mountains circulated in Germany for several years. Conspiracy theorists take this as as evidence that a new Great Dragon has emerged, but when no further sightings are reported, interest wanes. The name of Dr. Adrian von Clare has since been lost to the shadows. And I am going to let the credits run, and then I'm going to go back and see if I can load and see what Altuk was supposed to say. I imagine he's going to say I have to go, somebody wants me to meet him. So it looks like I end up helping end the Flux State. That's horrible. And it seems that... Okay, so if you remember correctly, if you've seen my Shadowrun Returns thing, my orc ended up getting herself working for the Elven Corporation at the end of things. On a sideline. And I sort of said, did I just make myself a corporate stooge? I just made myself a corporate stooge. In this case, did I just make myself a dragon pawn? I just made myself a dragon pawn. Yeah. So, in a moment here, 3D character acts. And see a little bit about what some of the alternate... When the... I think the credits on Shadowrun start running back over themselves. It's a really fun game, actually. Led by Jordan Weissman, creator of Shadowrun, Crimson Skies, Battletech, MechWarrior, and many other acclaimed properties. Harebrained schemes. Small team of passionate gamers. Game developers, excuse me. Certain affinity testers, quality assurance playtesting, additional playtesting. Shadowrun Germany consultant. Special thanks to Shadowrun.com community, Kickstarter, Peter Stern, Mort Weissman, all our spouses and significant others. Did it just start over? I don't know. Did it just start over? I did not pay enough attention to see what the first set of credits looked like. Art interns. Design interns. CFO and adult? What? Huh? Icon artist, additional writing, composers. Up, it went over. Okay. See you in a bit. Actually, hit back. I'm going to load in a moment. Actually, I'll do that on a separate thing. Whatever Altitude wanted me to say. Yeah. See you in a moment.